What if the next 24 hours could change the destiny of humanity forever? Imagine waking up tomorrow to a world entirely different from the one you know. A world on the brink of unprecedented transformations. What if everything you thought you knew about the future was about to be shattered? This is not a distant dystopia, but a reality we might be heading towards, and it's been predicted for centuries. The legendary Nostradamus, whose prophecies continue to captivate and mystify us, foresaw events that could drastically alter the course of history. As we approach 2025, we stand at the edge of a precipice, looking down at an unpredictable future. Some believe that Nostradamus's visions may not only come true, they could arrive faster than we think. But what do these prophecies really mean for us? Are they just stories from the past or warnings about what lies ahead? Today, we're going to uncover the most shocking revelations from Nostradamus that could shape the next chapter of humanity. Buckle up. What you're about to learn may change everything. Prophecy 1. The transformation of the Catholic Church. The Catholic Church, a symbol of stability for over a millennium, is facing a moment of reckoning. According to Nostradamus, this sacred institution, so deeply woven into the fabric of Western civilization, may be on the verge of a dramatic transformation in 2025. He spoke of a figure in white caught in a great struggle, possibly referring to Pope Francis or even a new pope, whose leadership could drastically reshape the Church's direction. The Vatican, traditionally a beacon of moral authority, has seen its influence wane as scandals, modern secularism, and internal divisions have weakened its global reach. Nostradamus, ever the observer of power and instability, seemed to predict a seismic shift, a potential break in the Church's leadership, leading to a dramatic shift in its power structure. What if we're about to witness the end of an era? But here's where it gets interesting. Nostradamus didn't only foresee crises, he also spoke of renewal. Could these prophecies suggest a rebirth of the Church, one that redefines its relationship with the modern world? A renewed focus on spirituality, compassion, and social justice might be the path forward. Yet, there's a catch. Such transformations are never easy. What if, just like every revolution in history, the Church's rebirth comes at the cost of turmoil and division? This is the tension Nostradamus predicted, and it could unfold sooner than we expect. Prophecy 2. The Age of Aquarius, Light and Shadows. The Age of Aquarius is more than just an astrological shift. It represents a time of profound change for humanity. Nostradamus spoke of an era of light and darkness, a duality that seems to perfectly describe what we might expect from this transformative period. In his enigmatic verses, he hints at an awakening of the collective consciousness, where society's values will be redefined, but not without intense conflict and contradiction. Astrologically, Aquarius is a sign of innovation, intellectual progress, and social reform. It's a time when humanity might finally break free from old paradigms, emphasizing freedom, equality, and the search for truth. Nostradamus, with his foresight, could have predicted the rebirth of human ideals during this time, where the people rise to challenge old systems of power. However, alongside this enlightenment comes a shadow: division. For every leap forward, there is resistance. As we embrace new technologies, philosophies, and ways of living, societal tensions will intensify. The very same advancements that promise to unite us could be the ones that fracture the world into opposing ideologies. What if we are stepping into an age where our greatest strength, our progress, becomes our most dangerous weakness? Nostradamus saw it all, and in the years ahead, we may finally face the consequences of the great societal experiment he predicted. Prophecy 3. Artificial intelligence, revolution or threat. We are standing at the cusp of a technological revolution that has the potential to change everything. Artificial intelligence. Nostradamus, although he lived centuries ago, seemed to foresee a time when humanity would grapple with the rise of powerful, autonomous technologies. Could AI be the key to our salvation, or the end of us? Today, AI is already transforming every facet of our lives. From healthcare and education to the way we communicate and interact with the world, we are becoming more and more reliant on machines. But what happens when these machines become more intelligent than us? Nostradamus spoke of unseen powers rising from the depths. Could he have been referring to the dawn of AI? What if the very technologies we create to serve us end up controlling us instead? Imagine a future where AI doesn't just help us, it competes with us. In one of his more cryptic verses, Nostradamus mentions a battle of minds, hinting at the possibility of conflict between humans and the machines they've built. As we edge closer to the singularity, will we become partners with AI, or will it become our master? In 2025, we may face a crossroads, the chance to harness this new power for the greater good, or the risk of losing control altogether. The future of AI will not only shape the world we live in, but will define our very existence as a species. Prophecy 4. The political return of Donald Trump. One of the most controversial figures in recent political history, Donald Trump might not be as far from the spotlight as many think. Nostradamus hinted at the return of a troubled leader, a figure who rises after a fall, bringing both chaos and change. Is this a prophecy of Trump's political resurgence? The world watched as Trump's first presidency divided the United States like never before. His departure from office didn't signal an end to his influence. Instead, it set the stage for a comeback. According to Nostradamus, this figure could return at a time of great unrest, when the nation needs a strong leader to either heal the wounds or further inflame the fire. But Nostradamus's vision doesn't just speak to a simple political return. It suggests that the global stage will be marked by unprecedented turmoil, with power struggles and ideological clashes intensifying. Trump's potential return could shift the tides once more, either offering stability or division, and the world will be watching. What if, instead of uniting the country, his return sets off a series of political and social earthquakes? Nostradamus seemed to predict a world where old leaders rise again, often bringing more conflict than resolution. Is this a sign of what's to come? In 2025, the world may be forced to reckon with the repercussions of this dramatic political shift, and Nostradamus may have seen it coming long before we did. Prophecy Chapter 5. The geopolitical rise of China. As the global power dynamics shift, one nation seems poised to reshape the future: China. Nostradamus, in his cryptic verses, spoke of rising powers challenging the old order, and many believe he was referring to China's ascent. By 2025, we may be facing a world in which China's influence, militarily, economically, and politically, becomes irresistible. China's remarkable growth over the past few decades has made it a key player on the world stage, and Nostradamus's warnings about new empires rising could very well point to this moment in history. As China's military might expands, along with its technological and economic power, the world will likely face new tensions that could threaten long-established alliances. The potential conflicts in the South China Sea, territorial disputes, and Taiwan's status are just some of the issues that could erupt into full-blown geopolitical confrontations. Nostradamus, ever the observer of global power shifts, may have seen a world where the old powers like the United States and Europe are increasingly challenged by China's rise. This rise of China might not come without cost. Nostradamus warned of clashes and struggles as nations vie for supremacy. Will China's ambition lead to peaceful dominance or to violent confrontation? In 2025, we may find ourselves in a world where global power is no longer defined by the West, but by the emerging dragon of the East. Prophecy 6. space exploration, and the Mars mission. As we venture into the final frontier, one destination has captured humanity's imagination like no other: Mars. Nostradamus, known for his cosmic visions, seems to have predicted a time when humanity would look beyond Earth and set its sights on the stars. But what he saw may not have been just the triumph of human ambition. It may have been the beginning of a new era. In 2025, space exploration could enter a new phase. With private companies like SpaceX, led by Elon Musk, aiming for human colonization of Mars, Nostradamus's prophecies seem eerily aligned with the scientific breakthroughs we're witnessing today. He spoke of a celestial journey, hinting that humanity would soon leave Earth behind, but also face unexpected challenges along the way. While the idea of colonizing Mars may seem like a bold leap forward, Nostradamus's warnings about the unknown dangers of the cosmos suggest that this might not be a journey without peril. What if the technological advancements that make space exploration possible also reveal threats we were unprepared for? Could Mars hold the key to humanity's future, or will it test our species in ways we never imagined? As humanity pushes the boundaries of what we can achieve, the question remains: are we ready for the cosmic challenges that await us? Nostradamus foresaw a time when exploration would expand our horizons, but also force us to confront the unknown, and perhaps our own limits. Prophecies 7. Natural disasters and climate change. In Nostradamus's visions, the Earth is often portrayed as a battleground between nature and humanity. Natural disasters, extreme weather events, and global environmental collapse were common themes in his prophecies. Today, the climate crisis we face mirrors many of the catastrophic predictions he made. From the wildfires consuming entire regions to the more frequent and intense hurricanes, the signs of a rapidly changing planet are all around us. Nostradamus spoke of earthquakes that could shake the very foundations of the Earth and floods that would submerge entire cities. These prophecies may seem distant, but we are already witnessing similar patterns unfolding in real time. The global rise in temperatures, the melting of polar ice caps, and the increasing frequency of devastating natural events suggest that we are heading toward an irreversible tipping point. Nostradamus didn't just predict these disasters. He warned that they would be the result of human negligence, our disregard for nature's balance. Could these upheavals be nature's response to our centuries of environmental exploitation? In 2025, we might see the world face catastrophic events that will force humanity to reckon with the damage we have caused. But Nostradamus also gave a glimmer of hope: resilience. Could the pain and destruction we face in the coming years drive humanity to a new era of environmental awareness and action? Or will the forces of nature lead us to a reckoning that we may not survive? Prophecy 8. Social revolutions and global transformation. Nostradamus didn't just foresee natural disasters or political upheaval, he also predicted the rise of social revolutions that would change the very fabric of society. In a world marked by extreme inequality, civil unrest and riots could become the new normal. As the gap between the rich and the poor widens, the frustration and anger of the masses might finally boil over. Today, we are seeing the early signs of such social movements: the protests demanding racial equality, the fight for workers' rights, and the struggles of marginalized communities. Nostradamus foresaw a time when these movements would become fueled by technology, creating a global network of resistance that would challenge the established systems of power. Revolutions, both peaceful and violent, would shake the foundations of old institutions. By 2025, this social upheaval might reach a boiling point. The fight for justice will no longer be limited to one region or country. It will be a global movement, uniting people across borders in the struggle for a fairer world. Nostradamus's cryptic references to fires in the streets and battle cries could very well be describing this new age of global social transformation. However, these revolutions may not come without cost. Nostradamus warned that the road to change would be painful, filled with moments of violence and upheaval. But is this the price we must pay to create a more equitable world? The future is uncertain, but one thing is clear: the world is on the brink of a massive shift, and we are the ones who will determine whether this change will be for the better or for the worse. Prophecy 9. The future of the British monarchy. The British monarchy has long been a symbol of tradition, stability, and continuity. But what if Nostradamus's predictions point to a radical shift in the future of this iconic institution? In his cryptic verses, he spoke of royal figures facing unforeseen challenges and of thrones shaken by unpredictable forces. Could 2025 be the year the monarchy faces a moment of profound transformation? With the passing of Queen Elizabeth II, the monarchy has already entered a new chapter, with King Charles III taking the throne. Nostradamus may have foreseen this moment, but his prophecies suggest that the road ahead will not be as smooth as many expect. There are whispers of succession crises, struggles over the future role of the monarchy, and questions about the very relevance of a royal family in a modern, increasingly republican world. The future of the British monarchy may not simply be about the next king or queen. It could be about the entire structure of the royal institution itself. Nostradamus's reference to royal upheavals and shifting allegiances might be a sign that the monarchy, once seen as unshakable, could face a reimagining in the years to come. Will King Charles III hold steady, or will the monarchy evolve in ways no one expects? In 2025, the British monarchy could be at a crossroads, facing pressures from within and outside. And Nostradamus's vision of royal transformation might be closer than we think. Prophecy 10. Prospects of global conflict. Nostradamus's prophecies have always been tinged with warnings of war, a future where the world is engulfed in global conflict. As we stand on the edge of 2025, many are asking the question, are we about to enter an era of massive geopolitical turmoil? Nostradamus spoke of nations in conflict, alliances falling apart, and a world where war could spread like wildfire. Could the tensions we see today spiral into the global war he predicted? In the years leading up to 2025, we've seen rising tensions between world powers, particularly between the United States, China, and Russia. These nations, with their ever-expanding influence, seem to be on a collision course, and Nostradamus's cryptic lines about a fiery storm and threats from the east could very well point to the geopolitical flashpoints that will ignite this conflict. What's most chilling in Nostradamus's prophecies is not just the war itself, but the fallout. Technological warfare, the potential use of AI in combat, and the destruction of cities on an unimaginable scale. The use of cyber attacks and artificial intelligence could make the battlefields of the future unlike anything we've ever seen before. Could this truly be the start of the end? In 2025, we may be staring into the face of an uncertain future, where global war looms as a very real possibility. Nostradamus's predictions serve as a stark reminder. The choices we make now will determine whether we can avert disaster or be consumed by it. As we've uncovered the prophecies of Nostradamus for 2025, one thing becomes clear: the future is as unpredictable as it is exciting. From social revolutions to global conflicts, from groundbreaking technology to humanity's first steps toward Mars, we're standing at the brink of unprecedented change. Nostradamus's words, while cryptic, challenge us to confront the unknown with a sense of urgency and perhaps hope. But here's the truth. Prophecies are not set in stone. They are warnings, glimpses into what could be rather than what must be. As humans, we have the unique ability to adapt, to evolve, and to change the course of our destiny. Nostradamus's predictions are not a sentence, they are a call to action. Yes, the challenges ahead are daunting. Climate change, inequality, technological power struggles, these are not easy problems to solve. Yet throughout history, humanity has always found a way to overcome the odds. Innovation, unity, and resilience have been our guiding lights. As we look toward 2025, let's take Nostradamus's prophecies not as a source of fear, but as a reason to act. The future isn't written, it's created. Each of us has a role to play in shaping it. Together, we can turn challenges into opportunities and create a world where hope and progress prevail. Remember this, even in the darkest of times, the spark of human determination shines brightest. The question is, what will you do to shape the future?